Everybody, thank you for joining us today. This is Alex Montrose with Moncord. We have Mike Dorman on with us today from Eclipse. Thank you for joining us, Mike. We really appreciate your time. I know you're going to have a lot of value to add to our audience. So tell us a little bit about Eclipse, kind of what Eclipse is all about, and how you're servicing the market today with regards to real estate brokers and agents.
Sure, love to. Thanks again, Alex, for having us.
Sure.
I'll tell you a little backstory on Eclipse, I guess, kind of history. I've been in sales for about 13 years, and for the first 10 years, just struggled chasing leads as a top producer, but still struggled in time management, balancing my work life and all that kind of stuff. And a thought came to me. I was like, gosh, how could I transition from chasing business and chasing leads to attracting business? And making that shift, I spent a lot of time looking at other successful people and said, what have they done? I don't need to reinvent the wheel. Surely I'm not the only person that's had this challenge. And so we came across several things that a lot of these people were doing. And so we started implementing those things. Then I started teaching these things to other people, real estate agents, financial planners, CPAs, attorneys, lenders. And I've been doing that for several years. And the challenge we've had from that is a lot of people don't have the time to do those things. And so it's the say easy, do hard, but they're highly impactful. So that's where Eclipse was born. We said, gosh, if we could take on some of these tactics that should be done to help people generate more referrals so they can have that quality of life or that good work life, that work-life balance that we all want, we should take that on because there's really nobody else out there doing it. So that's kind of where it was born.
No, that's awesome, man. And I know for those of you in the audience, we leverage Eclipse for part of our marketing strategy and helping us out. So can you clarify? So Eclipse actually assigns a concierge to that broker, correct? And what does that concierge do, like on a monthly basis for that broker?
Yeah, each client is assigned a concierge that works with that broker with fulfilling their marketing needs. So we typically focus in four key areas. One is gifting, making sure clients are getting gifts for success and events in their life. Maybe they had a baby or an engagement or different things like that, or a death in their life. Just recognizing those things and making sure we're sending things to people. That's just the human thing to do. That's the way we treat our customers. And so we concierge would take care of those kind of things. The other thing is conversion gifts. When you meet a new client or somebody that you want to earn their business, sending them something in the mail, maybe for 5 weeks, 10 weeks. So they're getting some little gifts in the mail to kind of stand out differently than the crowd. That's one of the four things, the four main things. The other one is phone calls to your database, events, and then a monthly mailer. We believe that doing those four things help you stand out from everybody else, but also stay top of mind. What most of your clients really want is they want your personal time. But your concierge help leverage these activities so you have more time to actually be in the moment or be with your customer and know that these other things are being taken care of on the back end.
What a cost saving that's probably what a cost saving it is, considering that somebody would have to hire somebody on staff. Can you walk us a little bit walk us through kind of what does the cost analysis at a high level look like based off of outsourcing it versus keeping it in-house?
Sure. Yeah, keeping it in-house, the challenge with that is you've got to manage that person. One, you got to hire that person, onboard them, train them, pay for all their equipment and space. Then you have to manage them. And then you got to pay for all the actual marketing that they're doing for you. I mean, that right there is going to cost you well over $800 a month. And the average concierge with us is going to be a fraction of that cost. And then a lot of the things that we do, you just pay. It's kind of like a la carte. If you do 300 mailers, you pay for 300. If you do 50, you pay for 50. That way we can kind of keep the cost the right size for our client. But yeah, each client gets a concierge who's there to help make sure these things are taken care of. And really, I think some clients get the misunderstanding that they're hiring us to kind of be their assistant. They're not. They're really hiring us to take control of their database, to make sure that certain things are happening on a very regular basis. It's kind of, I'm not going to say set it and forget it, but it's definitely managed for them. They're not having to determine what goes out, when it goes out. The concierge is taking care of those things. Of course, seeking approval from our client first, but really most of that stuff is pretty much done. The concierge job is to make sure things are taken care of, make sure that database is taken care of.
That's awesome. So, you're really creating a consistent process, I would say, for that broker by outsourcing to a company like Eclipse, right? So that's that's a phenomenal value add. And I think just from a cost perspective, I know you said 800, but I would even beg to differ that the cost of doing that is probably a whole lot more. I mean, because if you hire a marketing coordinator, now mind you, marketing coordinator may be doing a little bit more in the sense of managing beyond that, but that's really a bulk of like what they're going to be doing is following the clients, making sure they're, that in of itself is a huge time commitment for any marketing coordinator. So to outsource it for the cost that you guys are offering it is, in my opinion, a no-brainer, right? And which is why we signed up too, because we did the same analysis. And we're like, hold on, if I hire a marketing coordinator to do this, am I going to be paying more versus outsourcing it? And I am. And it's the same reason why people use Moncord, right? If you're going to keep it in-house, you're going to pay a premium for that versus outsourcing and getting the services. And, we like to pride ourselves in knowing that we do a good job for everybody. But we're going to be a whole lot more cost effective in the long run versus having somebody in-house. So we're very similar businesses in the sense of delegation, outsourcing, and saving that broker more money.
Well, and the funny thing is, a lot of times we talk to, whether it's real estate agent, a lender, insurance, finance, we have people outside of real estate and finance as well, auto industry and sales and different things. And the funny thing is we talk to people, they say, oh, we don't need you guys, we're good, our database is under control. I have yet to have one client who's ever come on board and their database is organized. They're never as good as they think it is. So the question was
it's not. Yeah.
It never is. With the question, because a lot of times that marketing person is repurposed. They're actually not used for managing the database. They're a marketing person, but they sometimes become the personal assistant. They become, an office admin, or they're doing all kinds of other tasks. So the database is not that nagging thing saying, take care of me, market to me, take care of me. Well, it just kind of sits there. And so what they think is happening every month is probably happening every quarter. It's just not consistent enough. So they're not getting the results. In 2017, our team generated over 1,700 referrals. Those aren't internet leads. Those are referrals, not clicks. Those are referrals. People calling us saying, we have a referral for you, or I was referred to you. I don't know anybody that's generated that many referrals, but we're very consistent, very systematic of doing those things, making sure our clients have a world-class experience, making sure they're getting something in the mail every single month, making sure that we do events. We do events sometimes almost every month, if not every other month, and making sure clients or phone calls are happening to our database. Those things on a very regular basis, the referrals just come. Clients want to refer you. You just need to stay in touch with them. They like to refer people they like, know, and trust. And I think we generally establish that type of relationship when we're working with the client. We just don't stay in touch with them as much as we think we are. And then we get frustrated when they work with somebody else. But it was kind of our own fault. We didn't stay in touch with that client. And they're the say easy, do hard things. But you're absolutely right that the marketing person or the database is not nearly as good as it should be. Having somebody else manage that for you, that is their sole purpose, is to make sure that database is under control, is far more efficient than you managing somebody who's going to be taking care of that for you.
Totally agree. No, that's good. So I know, as we wrap up, what are some next steps that our audience could get a little bit more information about Eclipse, kind of get a better understanding of what you do, and potentially have somebody to reach out to? Can you kind of guide the audience on what that next step looks like?
Absolutely. So we do webinars. It's probably the easiest way. We did live events, but the challenge was just logistics for people. We do webinars every Tuesday and every Friday. Those schedules may change depending on when somebody's hearing this. But right now we've been doing them every Tuesday and Fridays at 10:30. You can go to our website, and that's listed at eclipsebms.com. On our events tab, you'll see all our webinar schedule. But the 30-minute webinars, I host the vast majority of those, and we go over basically what we do and how we do it. We'd welcome anybody to attend the webinar. They're free. And then after that, if it's something you're interested in and think that we might be able to help you out with, we'd love to talk to you about setting up an account.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Mike, for your time today. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the work you're doing with us. We appreciate your team. And with that said, everybody have a great day. We look forward to seeing you again here shortly, and have a great rest of 2018. Talk to you later. Thanks, guys.